All right, Atlanta, it is your turn. That's right. EYL Takeover. We coming to Atlanta, y'all.
Yes. January 25th, January 26th, 2-day event. We have starting out January 25th, live podcast. We have PTG boys.
Yeah.
They're killing the car industry right now. Brandon Medford, EYL alumni, and his two partners will be there. Mr. and Mrs. 2 weeks out. Killing the fitness game in Atlanta.
Power couple.
The first couple of Atlanta. They will be guests. None other than one of the top realtors in Atlanta, Kiana Watson, top 5% realtor in Atlanta, will be there to talk about Atlanta real estate. And also, the legend himself, Kenny Burns, curator of culture. Kenny Burns, EYL alumni, will be our guest. We'll have other alumni in the building. We will have, following the live podcast, it's an open bar, private dinner, private networking event. It's going to be crazy.
That's just day one.
Day two, we have a workshop planned for you guys. We have Alex, Good Energy, the king of trucking, EYL alumni. We have Andy from Y2K Credit Solutions, talk about credit, EYL alumni. MG, the mortgage guy, EYL alumni, will be in the building to talk about real estate for financing your real estate deal.
Yep.
And then also the king of wholesaling, Max Maxwell, and EYL alumni himself will be in there to teach real estate wholesaling. So 2-day event. All the information is on our website.
Head over now.
Don't wait till it's too late. Get your tickets. Atlanta, we will see you soon. Can't wait to touch the town.
That's right. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Go on to earnyourleisure.com right now. Hit events tab.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Matt Garland here, NMLS number 58700, but better known as MG, the mortgage guy. So welcome to episode 2 of the MG home buying experience. So make sure, before we get to this interview, a couple housekeeping rules. First of all, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Second of all, I need everyone, if you're watching this video right now, please smash that like button. The YouTube algorithms love when people are liking videos. So we need these messages to reach to the community. So I need everybody to like, comment. I do respond to the comments. And then also subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, because the MG home buying experience, we have so much more in store. I'm so excited about today's episode. I have my guy on the line with me. His name is Kino. Kino, introduce yourself to the people.
And I'm Kino James. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. 33. First time actually going through the process of buying a home. So,
nice. Nice. So what part of Brooklyn are you from?
East Williamsburg. What they call East Williamsburg now, but it's Bed-Stuy.
Yeah. I feel you on that one. Yeah. All right, so let's start from the beginning, man. How did we meet?
I first met you at the seminar in Queens.
Which seminar?
The DJ Envy seminar in Queens.
Okay.
In January.
Okay, so you went to the January 27th one.
Yeah, January 27th.
So tell me,
what you're talking about.
Before you get started on anything else, tell me about your experience, because that was the first seminar. That was the very first seminar that I spoke at that had more than 100 people in it. So that was an epic seminar. Shout out to everyone who attended that one. Shout out to Indy and Lisa and the whole From Start to Flip team. But tell me about your experience at that seminar.
I picked up a lot of good information, stuff I didn't know. I was already trying to teach myself. By asking people questions and listening to videos and stuff like that, and I decided that I would attack that seminar and put myself in do stuff I normally wouldn't do. I like how you spoke. You seem real and honest. You came off as my homie, like I knew you for a while and I felt comfortable, so I decided to give you a call and try to see what I qualified for. Okay.
Now, overall about the seminar, because we've been doing this for almost a year now, and it's always good to speak to those folks who attended and also have executed on real estate transactions. Now, just to get a little bit deep into the seminar, because, in 2020, I think we're hitting 20 plus cities. So I want people to know, if they haven't been to our seminars, what they can expect. And you went to the very first one I was a part of. So we grown so much in the last 12 months just from a seminar perspective. But tell me your thoughts on what you think people should expect attending one of DJ Envy and Flip New Jersey seminars.
You expect to get everything you would need as far as the people, the contacts, and of course the info, then you need to at least get started. Because even when whatever you guys tell us, there's still a lot more you need to know, but you have to put in that work and do the research and attend more seminars and stuff like that. But like I got you, and I also had Sabine as my attorney. So I built part of my team that way.
Shout out to Sabine.
Yeah, yeah, she's cool. And then Sabine referred me to the realtor that I ended up using to close my last deal. So it worked out nicely.
That it worked out nicely, and it's good to hear that you build your team by attending one of their seminars. So that was great feedback. So let's go into after the seminar now. What was next for you? So this seminar helped you with the motivation. It helped you build your team. What did you do next?
I contacted you, and I did the pre-qualification, see what I qualified for, send you all my information. Then I went house hunting.
Okay.
The issue I had at first was finding a realtor, and I went through a few, but most people were just trying to sell me the house that they listed. So, and I didn't want to do that. So it didn't go too much. They didn't show me too many properties and stuff like that. And I told Sabine, and she's like, "Oh, I got a good realtor for you. Try her out." And I did, but for the first house, it didn't work out because she was kind of busy. Our schedule wasn't meeting up, so I ended up getting another realtor, younger guy.
Okay, so you had to hire and fire someone.
Yeah.
Okay. This is starting good so far.
Yeah. I liked him because he was young. He was ambitious as well as me, and I figured I could learn a lot. We could learn together. So we looked at a bunch of properties. Then we finally picked one, and then
how many properties? When you say a bunch of properties, how many properties is a bunch? Estimate.
About a little over 15 properties.
Okay, and how long did it take you to see 15 properties?
Since I worked 9-to-5 job, I would go sometimes in the afternoon, travel to Jersey, which is like a 2-hour commute on the evenings, and most of the times it was on the weekends. So we saw, and I didn't have an idea of what I wanted to do yet. I know I wanted to do a fixer-upper at the time. So I was trying to look more towards the FHA 203K loan.
Okay.
Get that done. But yeah, that's all good.
So it took you around what, a month, 2 months to get that first deal after the seminar?
So the first deal was about 2 months at the beginning of March, I believe. That's when we finally found the property and decided to pursue it.
So tell us about this property. Was this a turnkey property or a property I needed rehab? Could you mention 2 or 3K?
Yeah, so it's a property that needed rehab. It's a 3-family in Newark.
Okay.
And
what was the sales price?
What's the sales price for that? I think it was $335 as well. The property I just purchased was $335.
No, the first one that you said I was in rehab.
It was a $335.
Okay.
3-family, yeah, and it needed about, I think it was 15,000 in work.
Okay, so light rehab.
Yeah, it wasn't too crazy. Just had to fix up the steps in front of the house and some steps in the back of the house. And that was pretty much it.
Okay, all right. So you got into contract with this house.
Mm-hmm.
What happened next?
So I did everything I was supposed to do. I did an inspection. I did surveyor for oil tank and all that good stuff. And I sent in all my paperwork. So I was waiting I had to go on vacation. So I sent all my paperwork before I went on vacation. And then while I was on vacation, we got the appraisal. And the appraisal came back about 100,000 less.
Jeez. Wow.
And we all thought like, nah, this can't be right. There's no way. That property also too was listed by that realtor. So I figured like, yeah, he knows the price, he knows how much he did this research and everything should be good. So I think that was one thing I regretted, that I had so much trust in one person that they're
Okay.
gonna do their end with no problems, but end up being a disaster.
I mean, that's part of the business, though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it is.
but again, as you being the boss of your or the CEO of your transaction, you got to know when to hire, when to fire. You know, people. And in this situation, you're already in contract, so it's a little bit hard to fire somebody in contract. But you know, ultimately, at the end of the day, these things happen. These things come up. Appraisals come in lower than expected, and this appraisal came in 100K light. I mean, that's crazy. That's a crazy situation to happen. That, and people are not like, you don't prepare for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very hard to prepare for 100K light. If it's 10,000, 15,000, 100K is like, what the hell is going on, right?
It's like, but because I thought since it was a 3-family, and that's what 3 families were going for in Newark, but apparently the square footage of the property was, a lot different. So that's what caused the price to be so low.
Oh, so it was a small, tiny 3-family. It wasn't really a 3-family.
Yeah,
it was like a 2-family being sold as a 3.
So it used to be a 2, and then he made it a legal 3. So like a studio on top, and then a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom. So it was a 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it didn't have his papers, did it?
Say again?
Was it a legal 3?
Yeah, it was a legal 3. They had all the meters, all the permits, all that.
So it had all the right certificate of occupancies, and in Jersey, I believe they call them green cards. So okay, so you go through that, and then obviously that deal dies, right?
Yeah, done deal. That's all right.
Done deal. So now this deal dies on you. Did it discourage you at all? Like, what was your mindset like when you're going through 100K light appraisal, and now the deal is dead? Like, what were you thinking at that moment?
I thought, like, I did everything I was supposed to do. I swear I did everything I was supposed to do. But, I was I wasn't discouraged. I wouldn't say I was discouraged, because it didn't stop me from saying, like, no, I need to get this property, because my goal was to close on the property for the year. But I was a little taken back, but I just had to regroup, get a new realtor, and just keep it pushing.
So you fired this last realtor. Yeah. So now you fired 2 realtors within 90 days.
Yeah.
All right. So far, so good in your real estate, huh?
Yeah, it's the process, I guess.
Yeah, you got 2 fired realtors, 100K light appraisal. Yeah, everybody says real estate is gonna be easy, huh?
Yeah, it just sometimes you win some, you lose some, But
all right, so now you regroup, you go back to plan A, and you hire a new realtor, you find a new property. Let's talk about that property. Now, how long did it take you after that deal fell apart to when you got into contract with the new deal?
It's about 2 months after. At first I was going to stop and do another business venture, but at the same time I was still looking for properties, and then I happened to come across. I ended up meeting up with the realtor that Sabine suggested, and we sat down. I told her what I was looking for, and she's like, "All right." So we went out looking for properties, just like that.
So now tell us about this property. What was the sales price? Was it another property that needed rehab, or is this one now a turnkey property?
So it's pretty much a turnkey property. I bought it from a guy that fixed it up and was ready to go. Somebody the realtor knew, so I was a little hesitant on pursuing that property. But after I came and looked at it, I saw that he did some pretty good work. Everything was pretty much new in there, and then if there was something to do, it wouldn't be anything crazy.
So, all right. So what was the sales price of this property?
That one was also 335,000. All
right, so you got 335K. So now you don't do a rehab loan. You're doing a regular FHA on this one, right?
Yeah, regular FHA.
And this is a two-family?
Two-family.
All right, so
East Orange.
in East Orange. Okay. So you got the two-family in East Orange. You paid $335. Did you get a seller's concession?
No, so at first I was, and then there's still some work that because he ran out of money to fix up the property.
Okay.
And I worked out that after closing, he would take some of that, he would put some in escrow, some money in escrow, so he could come back and finish what he had to finish.
What needed to be done?
The outside framing for the windows needed to be done. Some supports for the first floor also needed to be done. And currently, we still got the oil tank to be removed in the front of the house.
What was the total? How much was the total to complete that renovation?
30,000 in escrow, plus an additional 2,000 for some gutters and the windows.
So you got 32K in escrow.
Yeah.
All right. So was this escrow from your lens? Was it difficult to get set up?
Oh no, it was just a matter of just letting them know what I wanted and how much it would need just in case something goes wrong. You know, because removing the oil tank. So what would be sufficient enough that it will cover all the costs, and I don't have to come out of pocket.
Okay, so it wasn't a tough negotiation. The sellers were willing to play ball. That always helps.
Yeah, it worked out smoothly. But it helped that in this case, it helped that my realtor also knew the seller, so communication was a lot easier. I didn't have to wait like a couple of weeks or so to get an answer. It was pretty much ask a question. All right, a text, got an answer.
All right, so now Sabine's referral actually now is coming back, you know, you know what I'm saying? So you should listen to Sabine from the first place and trust in the process, but it's all good.
Yeah.
You're the CEO of your business and you got to make your own business decisions. But I just had to throw that out there, you know?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. But,
so now we got the escrow. We got great communication between the seller side and the buyer side. There's no seller's concession because you wound up taking the escrow, which I think was more important. So how much in total did you come out of pocket with?
For this property, if I came out about close to $17,000. That includes closing costs and inspections.
And 17, that includes your down payment also?
Yeah.
So 17K cash to close on a two-family in New Jersey.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So now let's get into numbers, right? How much is your mortgage payment?
About 2,600.
So we got 2,600 mortgage payment, right? And that's including your taxes and insurance, correct?
Correct. Everything.
All right. So how much? Now it's a two-family, and you live in this property.
Yeah, I live in the attic space. So how this space is, the top floor, it's the attic, second floor, first floor. So I took the top apartment because it had its own full bathroom and everything, and I rented out the two bottom apartments.
Okay.
And I'm renting both of them, they're both 3 bedrooms, for $19 a month.
So you got $1,900 a month. So you're bringing in $3,800 a month in rental income from this property and living for free.
Living for free, $399.
Free 99. And now the attic space, how much is how many bedrooms is it? Because I know you say you had a kitchen and a bath. How many bedrooms is your attic? I just want to try to get an idea of the size of this.
Oh, so it's a 1 bedroom right now. It's just a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Kitchen.
Okay, so you got a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, and now you live in free 99 and making $1,200 profit.
Yes,
every single month.
Every single month.
Damn, brother. This is a beautiful thing, and this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this MG home buying experience, because people hear from the industry professionals, the investors, the people who are in this every single day for a living. But you do this part time, right? You work your 9 to 5, You've been through ups and downs, and you closed on your deal this year. When did you close, by the way?
November 19th.
November
Last
19th
month.
of this year.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I'm doing this is for people to hear from the horse's mouth, people who have come to seminars and who have executed, people, maybe you didn't come to a seminar, but you watched the content, you're learning from the content. Now I want you guys to be able to tell your story, because right now this seems like a home buyer's dream. Like, this is the American dream. This is what it should look like, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I mean, there's room for improvement, but I'll take it.
So let's get into, you got the 2 tenants now, right?
Yeah.
So you got 2 tenants.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a property manager, or are you self-managing this property?
I'm self-managing. There's just one for now, and it's easy for me to do so because I already managed the property before. So that's.
So what was your experience with property management prior to you buying your primary residence?
So I have a house in Brooklyn also, which have our business in it, and I rent out the other 2 floors. It's a 2-family with a basement, and also has a basement, a legal basement. So I used to rent out rooms before, so I had a little, experience dealing with tenants and, the issues that arise.
All right, so you have the property manager experience, and what is the first step for you self-managing your property? Like, what could you tell somebody coming behind you? Like, your top 3 things you as a self-manager should do to prepare to run your own rental?
So when you first buy the house, the first thing I did was I looked to see where people look for apartments, and I put up a post, took pictures of the property.
Where did you put the post up at?
And Zillow, Zillow, yeah.
Zillow.
So I picked them because they also have a credit check and a background check. So I get to
all within Zillow.
All within Zillow. You can even get your rent paid through there if you want to.
How much does Zillow charge for you to use this service?
For me, it was free. For a potential tenant, they have to do, I think it's $29, and for a credit check and a background check, and that's it.
That's not bad.
But for me, the homeowner, I just got to put up a post, create an account, put up a post, and how it's set up, it goes to about, I think, 2 other sites, so we get a lot of exposure. Now,
with this Zillow app, how long did you have this ad running before you started getting hits?
About 2 days.
Because you purchased this property. This was a turnkey property in terms of it didn't really need that much rehab except for whatever you had to take care of in the escrow. But it wasn't rented. It was empty, correct?
It was empty. Yeah, completely empty.
So after you close, you put up your ad. 2 days later, you're getting tenants. You're getting applicants.
Yeah.
How many applications did you go through before you picked your tenant?
Probably had about 25 people come. Some were potential tenants. Some it just didn't work out. Their history was bad or wasn't so good. It was too much late payments and stuff like that. So I passed. And then eventually I got some good people. Everything seems right. So
okay. All right. So Zillow was a good resource for you as a self-manager.
Yeah, perfect.
Now you said Zillow will also allow them to pay the rent within Zillow. Did you set that up, or how are you collecting payments?
Right now I'm trying to set that up. So right now I'm just getting the cashier's check. The tenant didn't know how to use it because of the older lady. So I had that issue. So her kids are trying to see if they can set it up for her. So for right now, it's just cashier checks. The other tenant, we do, through bank-to-bank transfer, like with Quick Pay. I don't know if you have Chase, about Chase, Quick Pay.
Yeah, Zelle.
Yeah, Zelle.
Okay, so that works. So now you go through Zillow, you put out your ad, you interview about 25 people, you get a good tenant, You set them up with your online payments. So that's your first step. What's the second step? What else could you tell somebody behind you from your lens?
Also get your boilers and everything serviced prior to people coming in. Spend some time in the house so you can know what's wrong, if there's anything actually wrong that somebody looked over before people moved in. Because once they move in, you don't want to have any phone calls saying that something is not working properly. So I spent a lot of time in the house before I actually gave it to tenants. I'm currently in the house right now. So,
okay, so that works. So spend time with your product. You live in there. So if your place is empty, you might as well go down there and pop some popcorn or something until you get rented out. Like, get to know it too, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the little stuff, you know.
Yeah, you gotta learn the bones of the house, so that way somebody comes in, they can't try to, like, pull a fast one on you.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right. So what's the number 3 thing? The number 3 thing you would tell somebody coming behind you that's looking to self-manage or go through this process of buying a multifamily?
I would say your team is very important, as I've learned. Make sure you have a good team. Make sure you have you feel comfortable. Because with my process, I still, even though I got what I wanted at the end, I still, because my realtor was managing me and the seller, negotiation sometimes I felt wasn't in my favor. So I voiced my opinion and make sure that I felt more comfortable with the situation. But just make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you understand and know that the process isn't going to be easy.
Okay. So team building, very important. Trust the referrals that your team is giving you, because you hire people for a reason. So you got to trust them, right?
I think with that, I was just too eager to get it started. So I was like, this is taking too long. And I ran off with somebody else and that didn't work out. But
hey, it worked out how it was supposed to work out, because
I learned from it.
You learn from it, and ultimately the right person was there to do the job. And sometimes you gotta fire and rehire. It is what it is. It's business, so there's never hard feelings when you get fired. Shit, I've been fired several times and rehired. So it happens. It's just a part of the business. But I'm glad you went through these lessons, and everything you spoke about today, I thought was very important. That's why I wanted to get you here on the MG Home Buying Experience to kind of share your insight, because I think one of the biggest fears that I see from home buyers that are looking to buy primary residence, multifamily as primary residences, is that their fear of self-managing or dealing with tenants. It's not going to be easy, but I think the process that you laid out for yourself is definitely a good process, and it can help other people know what to do and feel a little bit more comfortable. So I definitely appreciate you spending some time with us today and giving your side of the story. I mean, you're making $1,200 a month in profit and living for free. This to me sounds like a home run.
Home run. Yeah.
Now let's talk before we go, man, because you mentioned the escrow, you had the repairs. Whatever happened with that? Now you've been in the house. You said November 19th or 17th is when you closed.
19th. Yeah,
the 19th. You've been in the house a little bit over, 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Are the repairs completed?
So the repairs for the windows are completed. The supports are completed. I have to wait till January 10th for the oil tank because they were kind of busy. So January 10th is the day we picked so they could come and remove that. But other than that,
so everything else is good.
So when I had one issue, which was it was raining, so I decided I wanted to spend. I came home and I went to the basement and I had like about 2 inches of water in the basement.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, what the? So I'm looking around. First I checked the ceiling, so there was nothing leaking, there was nothing dripping. And I went outside and one of the gutters was clogged. So I guess all the water from the roof was coming down on the side of the house. So the soil was saturated. So all that water, water always finds its way. Went all the way down. It started coming up in between the floor, the basement floor and the walls. So I had to plug that up. First I got to pump all the water out.
How much did that cost you?
About, I wouldn't say like $200 because
So that's not
cleaned
bad.
it up.
That's not bad. It could have been worse.
Nah, yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
So I wasn't too mad at that. But
yeah, but I mean, look, that goes to show
though.
you that anything can come up at any given time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like anything. That's why reserves are key. You know, you got to have money put to the side for a rainy day when you own real estate. Tenants are not guaranteed to pay you. Repairs could come up. So you always want to make sure that you have reserves. And when you're getting this rental income, this cash flow, you should definitely save a couple months of that before you start spending and enjoying it, because you want to have that nest egg, because anything can happen. All right, so I ain't going to hold you too much today. Some parting words. How can the people find you? What's next for you? Is this it? Are you buying more property? Like, what's your plan?
So right now, since for the new year, I want to close on hopefully 2 properties next year.
Okay.
I'm just trying to do a little bit more research and figure out how to make that happen. I know I could get 1, but it's how I'm going to pull off a second property by next year. But I'm pretty sure I could do it. It's just, put in the time and the effort and what happens.
Okay. We love it. Keep buying real estate. Like, whatever me and my team can help you with, we're always here for you. So just let me know whatever the plan is. We can strategize and keep the party going, as they say.
Yes, sir.
All right. So listen, guys, this has been another great episode of MG Home Buying Experience. Kino, how can they follow you, man? Because we want to follow your journey, man. Tell them how they can see what you got going on.
So I'm on IG as Key Fit Entrepreneur. That's it. I don't really have a YouTube or anything like that, but you can always catch me on IG.
All right, so make sure y'all go ahead, follow him, give him a big congratulations, show him some love in his DM, and follow his journey. Make sure you guys tune in to the next episode of MG Home Buying Experience. And if you would like to be a guest of mine on the show, you don't have to be a client of mine, all right? I just want to hear your story. I want you to be able to talk to the world and give it from your lens, whether you're a first-time home buyer, whether you are an investor, whatever your situation is. If you have some knowledge, I would love to talk to you on this platform, and let's help the people accomplish their goals together. All right. So I'll put a link in the description that you can click and fill out the form, and I'll be in touch within 48 hours. All right. So Kino, I appreciate the love today. Everybody, again, make sure you like, comment, share this with your community, and most importantly, subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. My name is Matt Garland, NMLS number 58700, but I'm better known as MG the Mortgage Guy. See y'all next week. Peace.